This is the hardest table that I've ever made in my 5 years of working. So not only is it the most beautiful, one of the most beautiful, but it is mentally the most challenging. The reason being is because right in the middle of this build, I had a shop accident. Not with this table, but with another piece. And it was with my router. And the router is something that I use throughout all of my builds. It is probably one of the most used tools, other than my sander, in my shop. So December 6th was a life-changing event. I freaking ripped out 3 tendons, my superficial radial nerve, and hit my artery. And I almost unalived myself alone in my shop. So aside from the accident, I ended up with a horrible surgeon that gave me a horrible surgery, and it was just a gut-wrenching experience. I'm going to do a video on how to clean stones, by the way. So I do a lot of stone tables, and I have a process. So yeah, little FYI. Anyways, so right in the middle of this build, this is like the longest table build that I've ever had. This took me from November all the way until, I'm going to say like March. And that's just because I couldn't do it physically, and mentally it was a struggle. So my turnaround time is 6 to 8 weeks. I'm usually done in 4 to 6 weeks, and man, I couldn't do it. Like, I'm going to show you a raw experience in this build of PTSD. I struggled so hard with flattening this table and just having a router bit exposed. I had my accident with an 1.5-inch flush trim router bit, and I still hesitate when I use my router. They say that it is one of the most dangerous tools, and aside from the lathe, I can definitely, and the table saw, I can definitely see how that is. 720,000 shop accidents happen a year, just in wood shops alone. Table saws are the number one culprit, but oh man, them routers though. Whew. Anyways, all right, so let's get to the build. If you want to see that video, like I said, I'll link it up at the end, and I will link up other videos as well. Everything that I use in this project and build is going to be linked up below in the description. Everything I use off of Amazon is in my Amazon shop. And as you can see, both of my hands are just fine right here. They are working, they are perfect, and well, not perfect. I just got carpal tunnel surgery. So anyways, they're in working condition. But this next scene right here, you can see my left hand in a splint. So this is where I'm going to get raw with you guys. I was in the middle of flattening this table out, and oh my gosh, like the emotions that flooded over me, knowing that the thing I love, I am scared to do. I can't explain the emotions that I felt trying to push through this. It was one of the hardest things that I've experienced in a long time, and I'm going to say in a long time because if you don't follow me and if you are new here, I'm Nita and I'm in recovery. So I've got 7 years under my belt, and I am a recovering addict. I still have friends and my mom and other people that are struggling with addiction, but I myself have grown a beautiful family. I have a girlfriend and 5 babies. I have 2, she has 3. And I've built a 6-figure business, and I have built that business off of transparency and trust. So not only do I help clients get the table of their dreams, but I also help beginners and intermediate artists get to the level of building beautiful pieces like this. So I help with the business side of things, with monetizing and everything else. So I actually took zero knowledge, like I had zero woodworking experience. I always was artistic, but I've never touched resin. I didn't even know what it was. I was nursing my daughter one night and I saw this substance on YouTube and I was like, oh my God, what is that? And I tried it and it sold, and I did it again and it sold, and again and again and again. And then I gave it a name, and that is where Nita's Fluid Woodworks came from. And I dove in head first. There is no plan B. I just absolutely love the way that things have turned out for me. And this is why, because I had zero experience and I started my business with less than $200, like I had an unpaid internship. I was a full-time student going to college. I majored in psychology. I was going for social work, and I was specializing in substance abuse counseling because I had a knack for talking to people. Like, I really wanted to help people, and I thought that that was the way that I wanted to do it. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I still want to give that hope, but now I do it as stories over my woodworking, because being autistic and ADHD, I always needed an outlet, because all of the emotions and the thoughts and everything are so overwhelming that I need something to channel that into. And I have found that in resin and woodworking. And I believe that anybody else that wants to do this can do that too. One of my, I'm going to say grasshoppers, I call them grasshoppers, like Karate Kid. One of my grasshoppers actually just posted a video, and I can see that she's paying attention to the things that I'm saying in my subscription service over in Instagram. And just overall, like, I try to be as helpful as I can to everybody that I can while still saving some for myself. But I'm so proud of her because she just posted a video and the voiceover was like epic. I feel like you can tell a story through showing your art. And I love seeing people do that. I love people being able to monetize the thing that they are passionate about. And I love being able to help them with that. This is the finished piece. This is my story. And this is the most difficult piece that I have ever built. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. Without you guys, I would just be a random mom in a shop doing the damn thing. They say build it and they will come. That's not true. Build it in front of people and they will come. Thank you for coming. Subscribe, like, share, follow if you would like. And I will see you guys next time. If you are a beginner artist and you want to know how I did something or anything like that, drop a comment down below. I appreciate you, and I will catch you guys next time.